Welcome back to another episode of the Statues Podcast. I'm your host, Danang. For today's episode, it's going to be a solo episode, just myself. Uh, this episode is more of a catch-up episode where I kind of just let you guys know what's been going on, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First things first is I know that the last episode that we did was about a month ago. The last one was our Squid Game episode. The reason for that long break and just the absence there was due to a vacation that we had already planned for the following week. Then what had happened was just personal things got in the way. We ended up having to push that. And eventually it just got to the point where, okay, we decided let's take a break. We'll call that cuts for season one. So the next episode after this one is going to be the new episode for season two. Something that we had also, I guess, come to figure out and why we took the break was because we were both burnt out. I think by the end of the last episode there, we were kind of just pushing. Our last episode did really well regarding numbers, but regarding like genuine content, it's not what we wanted. Like pop culture stuff, that's not really us. We were just extremely burnt out. We had been doing this for months at this time, back to back, 2 episodes a week. And, with doing that, it really took a toll. So we took the much needed break, came back, and this is what this episode is for. We're going to talk about the new schedule and what's going on with the Statues podcast, but we'll do that near the end of this one. What we've been up to. Crystal has been busy with school, and with that being said, she's just swamped in her books all day long. Because of that, our schedules don't align right now. She's swamped. I'm busy working and I'm busy writing my book. It doesn't really allow for our schedules to kind of come together where we have enough time to just make an episode and then put it out. So we took the break. We came back with a better plan, and we hope that you guys would like it. As for me, you guys know that I've been writing my book. You guys know before I make an announcement to, social platforms and whatnot. But you guys know that I've been working on my book. And the thing about that was I think it took a huge emotional toll on me while I was writing it. I think I just wasn't prepared for what was going to come. And when it did, it just came at the time where my vacation was too. So it fell perfectly where when I went on vacation, I didn't touch my book. I didn't think about my book. I didn't touch my book. And in doing so, I think it helped clear the mental state that I was in. I was going through a lot of self-realization, and I was going through a lot of, I think, just guilt. And with all that being said, writing a memoir has been very eye-opening. It's a lot of self-reflection. It's looking back on things in a new perspective. So that has opened doors to opportunities, doors to old friendships. Something that I will announce maybe within the next day or two here is I'm going to be creating a series of videos, maybe like vlogs, where I sit down with you guys, or I sit down with them, and I kind of just talk about the journey that I'm going through currently writing, or certain things that I can't talk about in the book that I kind of want to share on there. So if you guys want a piece of that, you guys can go ahead and follow my Instagram and our YouTube channel. On it, I will post all the videos. You guys will find all that stuff there. As for the podcast and the direction of this podcast. Right now, I have a general direction of where I want to take this podcast. We will still continue to do conversation-based podcasts with Crystal and I. I think you guys thoroughly enjoy those. So we will continue those. But along with that, I do want to reach more into the community. And I feel like members of our community have stories that should be told and heard. So we're going to try and kind of see where that goes to. As for the podcast schedule, we're going to do it once a week now and releasing every Wednesday. Twice a week was great for the time frame. It was very ambitious, and we were able to, go accordingly to the ambition. But it got to the point where we were burnt out. We had no more material to talk about. So we're going to drop that down to once a week, every Wednesday. I will release it, let's say, Wednesday by 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This way, if people, going to work, going to school, they want to listen to it, it's up. Honestly, that's about it. I know that it's been a while, and I do apologize for leaving without saying anything. But we are back officially once a week, every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Both the video format and audio format will come out. Another huge change that we're making for the podcast is we're going to stop streaming on Twitch. The only reason I wanted to stream on Twitch was because I thought we could reach another fan base, another group of people that maybe weren't aware of ours. But in doing so, the video quality was it wasn't up to par with where I wanted it to be. So we're going to go back to the old format of it. We're going to continue with just this video format and top-notch audio quality. The audio quality will be back to normal. It won't be the audio from the live stream anymore. So I hope that you guys can enjoy that. We do apologize for anyone that, was following us on Twitch, and we appreciate you guys so much. Twitch was fun while we did it. It's just up to the standards that I want and have for this podcast. I want to continue those standards. That is, high video quality, high audio quality, making sure that we're putting out quality content instead of quantity of content. For me, it's always been quality over quantity. The beginning of this podcast was quantity, and we did that. Twice a week, we were able to put out 58 episodes within half a year of us doing this. That is, compared to most podcasts out there, that's a lot. But we will drop it down to one episode a week. And, if I do these small camera talks, they're either for the vlog or if it's for the podcast, then I will announce it randomly throughout the week that we have a random episode for the podcast that's not a part of the schedule. If you guys have any questions or concerns regarding the podcast, the schedule of the podcast, or you guys know people or want to be a part of the podcast, please go ahead and follow us on our Instagram account. I think it is the Statues Podcast on Instagram. Follow us. You guys can message us. You guys can comment. I'm going to try to be more active on that Instagram account. I'm going to try to, put more engagement into it. Our Facebook community is still open. So go ahead, follow that as well. I'll start posting stuff within those. And we hope you guys enjoy us going back to the old content, back to the old way of doing things. Like I said, any questions or concerns, please feel free to message us on all of our platforms. Our email too, please feel free to message us if you guys have any questions or concerns. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us as far as you guys have. It is crazy to think that we've come this far with a loyal fan base, a loyal amount of listeners. We hope that you guys enjoy season 2 of the Statues podcast, because season 2, it's going to be a lot better than it was in season 1. So thank you guys so much. This is your host, Danang, signing out. Bye-bye, guys.